Hey, what's up my fellow collectors and scalpers? Now before I get started, I make these type of videos mostly for collectors like myself so that you can have a head start on a few pops that I feel are going to be future grails, which means very expensive. So I like to give you a heads up so you're not caught with your pants down later and just taking it from the secondhand market. Also remember that I'm talking future grails. I'm not saying you're going to buy this pop today and in a month, it's going to be double and triple the price. Because that's not the way, like, a collector thinks. That's the way a scalper thinks. And a lot of the times, that's not reality. There's no get-quick-rich scheme with collectibles. Well, unless you're ripping people off with mystery boxes, maybe. But that's a whole other thing. But what I'm saying is, when I give you recommendations, it's when they are still very cheap and at retail price pretty much. Because you always want to buy low, and if you must, sell high. But we're all collectors here, and we want big collections, and you're not going to achieve that by buying all the stuff you want once it's very expensive. So these aren't quite red alert picks. Not yet. The first one I'm going to recommend buying sooner than later is the Walmart exclusive Dale Earnhardt Pop Ride. It's a really cool looking pop. The glare is kind of bad. It's hard to see his face because there is plastic around that too, but you can see what it looks like here. All right, very classic. Now, when I think of NASCAR, I think of Dale Earnhardt. Could be because I grew up in the 90s, but he is one of the legends of NASCAR, maybe the greatest legend, according to who you ask. And also famously, well, infamously, or tragically, I'll say, he passed away on the track on the last lap. It's like something out of a movie. He was a fun driver, he was aggressive, and even non-NASCAR fans know who Dale Earnhardt is. The Intimidator, the number 3 car. It's very iconic. PPG says this guy right now is valued at $45, but PPG is wrong because you can find this guy even on the internet, secondhand market, eBay, Mercari, whatnot. Whatever your favorite place to buy aftermarket pops is, you can still get this guy for around $20 to $25 shipped. And you can still find them at Walmart, like I did mine. Because remember, bigger pops, 6-inch, 10-inch jumbo pop rides, very easy to get damaged in the mail. So think about that. Go check out Walmart first. Now, why do I think this one's going to be a future grail? Well, just Dale Earnhardt, the regular release, just the common pop, is already creeping up in value. It didn't come out very long ago. NASCAR fans, NASCAR culture is very heavy on memorabilia and collectibles. Hardcore NASCAR fans have rooms full of NASCAR memorabilia just like we have pop rooms. So I think the market for this is of course pop collectors, but also NASCAR fans who may not be pop collectors but would want something like this. And for NASCAR, having it be a pop ride makes sense. To me, all the NASCAR pops should be pop rides. I mean, it's racing. Why wouldn't you want the car? And of course, it's exclusive. Does that mean it's more rare than the commons? Not all the time, but people tend to like stickers. So there's that as well. So I recommend, if you want this pop for your collection, if you want it for a NASCAR fan in your life, don't wait too long to get this, because I feel this is a future grail. Now completely changing pace here, this is Sisu from Raya and the Last Dragon. Also Walmart exclusive and glow in the dark. Pop collectors love glow in the dark, but the reason I think this one is going to go up in value is because Raya and the Last Dragon was a good movie. I've watched it twice and I really enjoyed it. The animation is great, the story is nice, the world is cool, it's fascinating. And Sisu was a likable character. And fun fact, even though the world of Sisu looks to be inspired like by Thailand and Southeast Asia, but the word Sisu itself is a special Finnish word or concept, which doesn't have a direct translation into English, but it kind of means like inner strength, drive, determination, grit of the Finnish people, which I think is interesting. I don't think that has anything to do with if this is going to be a future grail or not, But I don't think that was an accident, Disney naming the dragon Sisu, which I think is kind of cool. But all the comments for this series are already starting to creep up in value. Interestingly, there's an exclusive, I think of this one, maybe Flocked or something like this, or maybe this one's the exclusive. But that one isn't going up in price that much, but all these other ones are creeping up to $15, $16. So what that tells me is that there's demand for these because the whole set is creeping up. But I don't see Funko making another Raya series anytime soon. I feel like this is it. Maybe there'll be a con exclusive. Maybe. But this property has its fans, and I feel like the demand might be a little higher than the supply right now, and may stay that way. So the one I recommend getting now, sooner than later, is this one, the glow-in-the-dark Sisu Dragon. It's the coolest one, but also maybe pick up the other ones if you really want this set. Because if you wait too long, you might end up paying $25, $30 for each one of those commons, and I can see this Sisu getting up into that $100 range sometime down the line. Like I said, not next month, but in the future. It's kind of hard to find in store right now. I found this one a few weeks ago, and it's not even mint condition. It's kind of banged up, but it's the only one they had. But she can still be found in between $20 to $30. So don't wait too long on this one either. Now this last one. Some of you may roll your eyes, especially the dudes. But I'm going to recommend the Hello Kitty Team USA Pops. And this is why. This one right here, the Hello Kitty swimming one, is already vaulted. Doesn't say on Funko's site yet, or PPG, whether it's vaulted or not. But I have it on good authority that distributors have stopped taking orders for this one. So if you want it, get it now, because I feel like the stock that's out there now is all there is. And I don't see this one in store very often, if at all. Now, if you take a look at PPG, which of course isn't always right, but that's mostly for newer Pops. Once Pops have been out for a few months and a little bit more data comes in, it tends to be a little bit more accurate and a decent starting point for prices. Exclusives from 2020 are already in the $40 to $50 range, and historically, a lot of the Hello Kitty Pops have gone up a lot in value, over $100. So the demand is there, but maybe not within the Funko Pop community, or at least not the vocal ones on social media. You get a lot of excitement about Marvel and stuff like that, but not things like Hello Kitty. And the fact that the swimming one already, without the Olympics even being over yet, have pretty much stopped production, that tells me that these are on their way to the vault, all of them, and will probably be almost impossible to find in store after the Olympics. I don't know how popular surfing is. I don't know if this one's going to be one of the more expensive ones, but the gymnast, I think, is definitely one to pick up. Everybody loves gymnastics, and the US is really good at it. There's also a basketball one, a tennis one, and there's also two versions of the gold medal. There's a common and there's a flocked that's limited to 4,000 pieces. That one as well can be purchased for relatively cheap for a 4,000 piece pop. Now, are these ones a sure thing? I don't know, but these are all retail right now. And if you keep a close eye on the retailers that have these in stock, I wouldn't be surprised if these go on sale right as the Olympics are ending. I'm talking $4 or $5. And even the shittiest Pops on the planet don't go much lower than that. So if you want these, now is the time to get them, because I wouldn't want to pay $30 each for these, or even $20. And right now, these are all retail value, even the swimmer. But I won't be surprised if in the short term, the swimmer doubles in value, because it is a really cool one. It's actually maybe the most interesting one, because she's actually swimming with the water effects, and these goggles are pretty nicely sculpted with the actual lenses in there, and it looks really nice. So yeah, get these for your collection or your eBay store.